What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. A couple videos ago, I released an analysis on a coaster called Anaconda at Gold Reef City, and it seemed to do pretty well amongst those of you who watched it. This then inspired me to do some further research into its park and other attractions, and what I found left me quite baffled and surprised. Just a 5-minute walk from Anaconda sits perhaps one of the most mysterious coasters I've ever encountered whilst I've been an enthusiast. From an unknown manufacturer, this over 100-foot tall, 90-degree drop world record holder has been in operation since 2001 and is often regarded as one of the most intense coasters still in operation today. But what is this coaster, and where did it come from? This is the story of Gold Reef City's Tower of Terror. Gold Reef City, in operation since the 1990s, is a fairly large amusement park located in Johannesburg, South Africa, themed after the gold rush that began in 1886 on the Whitewater Strand. Structures in the park are built to replicate the same period, and to add to that, Gold Reef City is also located on an ancient gold mine that closed in 1971. Amongst many other attractions, there is also a gold mining museum where visitors can witness a gold-bearing ore vein and learn how gold is poured into barrels. There are also numerous shops throughout the park, and of course, what you all came here for today, roller coasters. And specifically, as you already know from the intro, the one we're going to cover today is Tower of Terror. Now, Tower of Terror is pretty interesting for many reasons, including the fact that it has the highest recorded operating G-force on any roller coaster today. But there's definitely something to be said about the thing's history first. And our story starts back in Monthey, Switzerland, at a metal manufacturing company known as Giovanola. And I went way more in depth on them in the Anaconda video, but just for the sake of time on this one, I'll give you a brief overview of them. Giovanola had essentially been supplying metal and track parts to companies like Intamin since the mid-1980s, and at one point even had Claude Mabillard and Walter Bolliger, known as B&M today, working for them. However, by the year 1998, Giovanola had established themselves as a strictly rides manufacturing firm and produced 3 verified roller coasters. But by somewhere between 2001 and 2004, they filed for bankruptcy and ceased operation. Well, in 2001, Gold Reef City of course opened Tower of Terror to the public with an unknown manufacturer, and rumors of a 4th Giovanola built coaster were pointed at it. But its track design varied from that of the other 3 coasters made by them, and interestingly enough, when questioned, Giovanola denied any involvement with it. On the flip side, the ride's designer Ronald Busink stated it was in fact Giovanola who built the ride, and noted perhaps they did not want to be associated with it as a result of its issues during initial years of operation. That being said, other sources like Coasterpedia noted the ride was manufactured by local companies and built by Gold Reef City themselves, so here's my take. Much in accordance with the database, I believe the ride was designed or subcontracted by Giovanola, manufactured by local companies in the area, hence the unique track design, and erected by Gold Reef City themselves. And this would line in accordance with the way the coaster was actually constructed as well. For starters, the main support of Tower of Terror is actually a real, authentic gold mine. So why would Giovanola have needed to be involved with that in the first place? And that gold mine was relocated from about 3 miles away, and initially saw a chain lift as well. However, as I mentioned earlier, the ride saw many technical difficulties, so in fairly recent times, the chain lift was replaced by an elevator, whilst the coaster received new trains. But that's just my take, so it definitely could be different, but from what we know, I think it's the most logical assumption. Moving on though, let's talk about that world record G-force. Reaching a height of 111.6 feet, Tower of Terror actually manages to pack in a 164.1 foot drop at 59 miles per hour. Now, that may not sound that impressive compared to coasters like King Ka, but get this. The ride actually levels out so fast that at the bottom of the first drop, riders hit an impressive 6.3 Gs. This did make it the world record holder for highest operating G-force on a roller coaster. But why do I say did? Well, remember when that elevator lift and new trains were added? They also exaggerated the drop to lower the Gs, and now it hits somewhere around 4. Still though, the coaster looks pretty impressive, and I can't say that I wouldn't ride it. That being said, there's not too much more to say about this mysterious coaster, and I think we can close this case. But seriously, what do you all think? Pretty short but looks good, right? And what's your take on who built it? Lots of controversy there. Guys, as always, it's been a major pleasure creating new content for all of you, and I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. We work pretty hard on these videos, so your support is much appreciated. Stay tuned for another video coming in a couple days, and feel free to catch up with us as well on Instagram for those daily posts. Until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your days, and we'll see you all there. See ya!